To the final map of this best of 3 series between two incredible teams, Big versus Vitality. We're all reset. It's one map apiece, but it is this map that will decide who plays that best of 5 grand final the following day. So let's have a look and see where these teams will be starting. For Vitality, I feel like they're so even keel. I don't think it matters much for them, but for Big, I would love to see Big starting on that T side. Just getting them on the attack right at the beginning will be really energetic, and that's exactly what we're going to get. And they want to make things tricky towards the B side, it looks like. Oh. Masuta.
Oh, wow. But he got nothing out of it. He got info. At least it's a full rotation from Vitality. Flashbangs are going to be eaten. Apex trying to hide, but he's running out of teammates to hold down this bomb site. He'll take out tabseN. He's taking a lot, actually. Apex with a buff flurry of kills and shocks as well. Keeper's outside the site in a 1 versus 3. He's got bad range with the Glock, and he's got a bullet in the face, and that's going to be the pistol for Vitality. That was crazy.
Did the CTs smoke the middle? Like, I couldn't tell if they smoked it or not.
I don't think so.
So I'm assuming that Big didn't spot the 4 people crossing middle.
I suppose not. And they were really baited into it, given that they found that opening kill on Masuta. You just don't expect the entire team to be there on top of that. That's a pretty interesting play from Vitality. I'm surprised they are able to recover in such a fashion, and they look pretty good doing it. Tag already, though. Surson has been on fire in this series. He's already able to take shocks down to half HP, and now it's a 2-1-2 setup for Vitality. And if Big go for the standard cat swing, which seems to be what nearly every single team does in this circumstance, then they may have an opportunity and a route to find at least a bomb plant.
I'm actually a little bit afraid for Vitality here. They might be in a little bit of trouble if they, if they are victimized by Searson's scout. So he's going to be able to take some life away from tabseN. HE to follow it up. And he will finish off that kill. Xantares is going to be chipped away at as well. Apex now closing the distance. Flashbang will key him forwards, as it looks like the bomb is going to be denied here, ultimately. Searson's the last man standing. Well, actually, no, Tizian's alive as well. And they're actually going to try to reroute things towards the B side of the map, but the problem is there's no way to cross here. Smokes are not available. Oh. Can Tizian get any more damage out of this Deagle? It's very difficult. Okay, Vitality did an incredibly good job there, defending and preventing the bomb plant.
Yeah, good protocols by Vitality. They're pop flashing for each other. You saw Apex getting pop flashed by ZywOo, and it's just, it makes the kills so much easier when the opponents can't see you. Weird how that works, right?
That denial of information, and it's necessary when you're against players like Xantares. If he knows where you are, that dude is bloodthirsty. Keto trying to find a Deagle pick at long. He had a good spawn for it, but isn't able to connect with the shot. Tagged down to 16 HP already, and Apex is in such a forward position. Will they expect it? Looks like the answer will be no. He's able to find Xantares here and maintains this lower spot. But, actually, Surson is able to take down shocks with a Glock. That is an interesting find. And Apex, now he's being surrounded by multiple angles. And, this is getting a little bit out of hand for Vitality here. Looks like they'll be able to recover the situation, but it's still a 3-on-3, which is probably much better than Big expected going into this round.
I can't see them getting a bomb plant unless somebody gets 1D'd, which is going to be extremely difficult considering their health especially. They have a minute on the clock and they will keep the element of doubt. Now, where is that bomb headed? Surely not towards long with no grenades. That would be very, very interesting. However, if they engage initially, they could catch ZywOo in a weird position if Keto comes out late and tries to catch players towards long from CT spawn. So there is a chance in that respect, but Keto's going to peek first and die. So the bomb's on long now. And again, looking at the health of these players, I just don't see a lot happening in this scenario, and indeed it won't. So that's very unfortunate for them. But I don't think there was any good option after those 2 kills. But indeed, they did do some pretty good damage in that round.
3-0, and out comes the buy for Big. The big buy Sisson on the AWP. I'm super interested to see exactly what kind of rounds we're going to see out of Big. I would imagine that with the spawns, which look pretty average, we'll see some defaulting. Nice shot by Sisson.
Well, I love the decoy by him. We'll talk about it after the round.
Oh. So catching Tizian into the pit. Oh, and he's going to suggest that he's at the car still with that smoke. That's kind of what that smoke is doing. Although it's kind of weird because they didn't. It's not like they threw a Molotov there.
Oh, look where Masuta is, though. He's already on the flank. He's pushed all the way through B tunnels. And Big have all 4 of their players at long right now. Vitality should be able to discern where the remaining Ts are in this situation. And the stack is already coming out. Looks like the rotations for Vitality are all towards that A bomb site, with the exception of Masuta on the flank. The approach is one-dimensional, but will it matter? Big have so much firepower behind them that it might just work out anyway. ZywOo pushing on forward with the op, but instantly deleted by Surson there. And now Big will be able to claim that bomb site.
Whew.
Jumping scout, not what it used to be. Some grenades to the sites and flashes anyway. And Masuta's been 40 seconds to plant this bomb, so they can try to concentrate on area control, and now it's just down to Apex, who's found a kill. 11 HP can be quite the nuisance here. Xantare's on 77. If he doesn't get a headshot, he could just go for the elimination. Got to be careful with that P250 though. Close range, it can do about 90.
Oh,
so this is still
4
dangerous.
HP.
He'll get the tag. Just about surviving Xantares. That was very expensive, but they're on a T side, so it could be worse, and they're on the board, which is also important.
That was so close.
It looks like they've done a really good job actually, because there's no money really for a 4-buy for Vitality. So just off of the back of that 1 round win. Oh, actually, I'm completely wrong. That's really weird.
I mean, it's not that much money.
Well, they got the AWP at least and a decent amount of nades, so it's close enough, I suppose.
No kit, so they're going to have to really stop them before a post-plant situation.
Yeah, but sometimes all you need if your Vitality is ZywOo on the op. That is the main point of emphasis for their economy.
That's all you need.
They're able to bust it out here. ZywOo will be playing on Catwalk. It looks like, okay, jumps down towards CT to try to defend this mid to B play that is coming out from Big. Right now, Masuta and Shox are on an island at this bomb site. They have to come up big for their team together. Okay, good trade from Shox there to take down Xantares. Oh, he's able to find another as well onto Keto. The flashes were in, but Shox just sprays blindly and does complete that frag. Now it's just down to Tizian and Tabson. 2v4 situation. And oh, Shox is such a menace on this B bomb site right now. Coming up huge for his team. 3, make it 4 kills on the round.
Yeah, Big they mistimed their flashbang just a little bit. It was just a little bit too late and allows Shox to get those kills. It was just a tad earlier. That's the mistakes that you can't make in this game at this level. People like Shox, he'll eat it up. He'll take it. He'll spend it.
Yeah, that's a key opportunity gone for Big to take control, and I do fear for them if they don't get a good enough start. Vitality might get a really savage CT side, especially when they stabilize with really good economy. The double up setups will be quite devastating, I think. As mentioned, ZywOo is enough to deal with, but the way Shox has been playing the second AWP has been really good. Here's Tizian looking for an out. Gets caught by ZywOo. And there's not too much to be done here for Big. They have to try and get some damage here, but again, the firepower differential is remarkable. They're just trying to take pot shots here and there. And really all they're doing is feeding ZywOo.
Feed me. Feed me.
5 alive for Vitality in that one. Good stuff. As they preserve their money. They shouldn't have much of a loss bonus at this point, so there is potential for a reset, but because they're able to keep those players alive, that is at least going to result in another round for them. Gun round, that is. Alright, Big. They gotta show us something here. They gotta come up with some plan that can upset Vitality in this round. And it looks like it'll be a late long take. Nades come out though, damaging Tizian early on. And Big, do they want to pop flash through the smoke? Oh, good read by Tizian there, taking down RPK. That's a huge opening. Now Apex will try to defend this position. And oh man,
the awareness.
that is such a great Molotov as well. Forces him off the angle, denies some information, and pulls a rotation. We can see that ZywOo, who has moved to the car, not quite as set at the ramp spot, but it looks like Big will make their approach from Catwalk primarily.
So common for CTs to stand in front of that smoke, but you never see those sprays coming in. Very rare you see that. Nicely done. But there has been a big reposition from the remainder of Vitality. Tizian's got the rotation from the top. And we got grenades being set up, although Apex looking to get aggressive and maybe take the game away from his opponent. In fact, Vitality are set up for a B split. Apex has been taken out as well, so he's got all the information. Keto and Tizian with kills, and Vitality are completely out of position, and this round has to be over.
I wonder if he saw like his elbow or leg or something in that smoke for the spam. That's obviously not a common spot for a CT to be in. So so Team Big will get pretty much a round win after 2 smoke kills. That's all it took, was 2 smoke kills and slow scale up Catwalk. That's all you need.
That was an interesting look for Big. The fact that both of those kills, as you mentioned, were just through smoke. It's it's interesting. I can understand the RPK one, but the Apex one, I'm assuming you're right that he saw an elbow or something. That was he did it so confidently too. It felt like it was just a 3-shot burst and he's dead.
He had to see him.
Yeah, there's no way you just throw it.
I would love to see a replay if there is one of that.
Yeah.
If there is one.
I think as the maybe as the smoke was dissipating and that new one was coming up, maybe some graphic.
Oh, maybe the double smoke thing where
yeah,
you
that's
could sometimes see the outline of the people.
yeah. That's sometimes that stuff kind of happens. It's weird, but regardless, Big are able to pick up their second round. Wasn't as explosive as we would have hoped for, but it's effective nonetheless.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to Catwalk, like Deep Cat.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That's like the Catwalk smoke. If that's so early though in the round, I don't think that'd fool anybody, right?
That is really
Well,
weird.
it won't because Apex is in the short position. So it's kind of like the double smokes on Mirage short, suggesting a split, but they're going to bundle at the long position. We've got Apex who's already made his way back. He might be able to throw a flash for his teammates there. Shox has the off angle. We can't get there in time. A bit late on that tracing. RPK trying to create some space for himself. He's in the fire though. Apex still got a flashbang, but he's not going to use it.
It's
Very
crazy,
unusual.
isn't he?
Thought he would have had a support grenade there.
Big have done a super good job at taking these initial kills. The issue now is ZywOo with the orb. The one way you lose this round now is if you allow ZywOo to get untradeable kills. That's how you lose this round right now. So I hope that for their sake they have a plan to deal with that. They do have the utility to try to get their way onto the site, but ZywOo's going to try to slow things down. Mollying the ramp is really effective. That gets them forward position, and now it's just down to Searson against 2 players. 30 seconds to clutch this. The smokes are still up. High flash to maybe get across to the site, or to go through. Is he going to shoot? Is he going to shoot?
Oh, what?
Oh, ZywOo
my
goes down.
days.
And he's going to read the last play. He might just have the right timing. Oh, now he knows. He can get a free plant, though. He's behind the box. He's covered. He's safe for now. But seriously, we know he's aggressive. We know he wants to peek. And he's got no hesitation from that one. Apex goes down, and Big clinch the round.
That's so unfortunate
It
for
begins.
Apex.
I told you guys. Searson was going to win the game for Big. I told you guys.
They only have 3 rounds, James.
That's all they need.
That's all they need on T-side. Good luck. Good luck. This is fun. How long do you realize that you're not going forward? It's like, wait a minute, there's no wall here.
Okay. Continuing from the previous round. Nice kill on a Shox to start things off. Now, looks like the double op has switched hands, as now Apex has picked up that one. Masuta, though, he wants to challenge lower from this position. This is a hard fight for him, but he's going to be able to come out on top, taking down tabseN, and that's an excellent Molotov to deny this space from k1to, and ZywOo taking down James's favorite player in the server, making it a 4v3 situation.
I refuse to believe he's dead.
All right, Apex getting that op involved as well, taking down Xantares. This is a good pick apart on the default for Vitality, but Tizian still kicking, is able to find one, although that just leaves k1to.
It's a noble effort. The flash forced ZywOo back into spawn, which gives k1to a fighting chance. Now, does he try and make his way towards a short position? Funnily enough, it's the snipers don't have the long range, just Masuta, who will show some presence, and Apex is just waiting for the reposition, which will allow Vitality to continue to have 3 players alive as they move to 6.
Strong half so far from Vitality. Big not really able to find a foothold here. Generally, this is a T-sided map. It looks like Bigs just keep trying to force the A against Vitality, and that's where ZywOo is usually. And ZywOo's 11-2. So maybe not go there anymore. Maybe mix it up. Maybe a mid-split to B.
Yeah, but that's where Shox defended them so well the other time.
It's true.
It's tough. It's a tough call for Big. But it looks like they'll go for some cat control early on in this round, and that is seemingly the hole in this Vitality defense. They are taking that space for free.
Yeah, Vitality gambling 3 on the B-bomb site right now, and the thing is that, you know, generally speaking, when you're defaulting on this map, it's kind of about trying to pull a CT into CT spawn by having that initial doors pressure. But I'm going to hold that forward because we got a B split coming now. This is going to go straight into the stack. Let's see it works. Oh! Masuta's absolutely savage, brutalizing this push. It can't even get going. He's not even done just yet. A forward position. It's going to allow Masuta to just absolutely rock this big team. They've got so little left at this point. Just Tizian, and he's not standing for all that much longer. Apex finishes it off, but Masuta had his moment.
Great counterplay from Vitality. The counter flashbang from Shox, and then the Mason's kill from Mitsuo.
Man, I see why they picked this kid up. This guy is so snappy with his aim at times. It's really fun to watch him. Just set him off, and he'll go.
He will.
Yeah, we've seen some great moments from him over the last week or so. And we'll see here, full stack of utility for Big. They've got a lot of flashes. 8 flashes at their disposal.
Yeah, they have a lot of nades, but a couple Glocks. So it's going to really be up to the P250s and the Deagle to make this work. And oh, that's a big chunk of nades that are taken out of the round with Apex finding that kill there. Ooh, Shox can't find the kill though on these players coming into the B bomb site. Big somehow are able to take away a bomb site and will likely find the plant here. So it's going to be the retake coming out.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Wow, what a drive-by.
We got ourselves a proper execute here. It looked like they had maybe chain flashes into that site. k1to trying to pick up this weapon, but he might not be able to find it through the smoke. Now, there are no grenades left. Are they just going to dry burst out of the smoke? They are indeed, actually. There's only one player here in ZywOo, but he's just going to clean up almost everybody. k1to's on the outside, and he's going to get deleted as well. ZywOo makes it look easy.
What?
That's the one player you cannot do that against.
It's just the P250, and he's just tapping everybody.
Yeah.
AWP versus
He
P250.
makes people look like silver players. Just like, how did they not hit him? How did they not, you know, spam him at least a little bit?
He's so calm and composed too. It's so fun to watch. Just feels like you wish you could just hold your mouse that steady at times.
It kind of makes me upset a little bit, to be honest. If I'm being honest with you, it's like that shouldn't. A person shouldn't be that calm.
Oh, what a play there from ZywOo, taking down Surson in the tunnels now. There's still a player that remains, but oh man, the push from lower and upper simultaneously from Vitality takes full control of this space. ZywOo almost finding the kill as they run up Cat desperately into the waiting arms of Apex as he's able to mow them all down.
He's just waiting on the other side.
Oh, what?
That was a fantastic round.
Yes.
That was a really good round. That's what I have to say.
There we go. Here's the
Yeah,
timeout.
big have to call a timeout after that. That's
Might be a little too late. 9 rounds on the CT side. That's a lot of rounds to work with. That's a lot of rounds to work with in Dust 2.
Oh man. Oh dear, the lineup here. It's just like the perfect position. Can't ask for something better than that.
Yeah, good job at Apex dodging that pop flash too. Because if he would have caught it, he might have not had those 3 kills. What makes these players so good is how well they can pop or dodge pop flashes, being in open spots, and still be able to get kills. This is so impressive to me.
Vitality continue to look quite impressive, going from strength to strength on Dust 2. And I'm a bit worried for Big at this point. It seems like they're running out of ideas. But a point I was making before is that on the defaults on Dust 2, your job as the T side is to pressure mid hard enough that you pull the rotation, the third player that might be on Goose otherwise, away from the A side into CT spawn. And then at that point, when you attack the A site, if there's no player in Goose and you're able to kind of molly off the rail and the A ramp, your set piece is going to be extremely effective. If they don't pull anyone to CT or you kill that player, the B split becomes extremely powerful because the rotation from A is so far away from B. But Big have not been able to find these kind of more common scenarios.
well, nice tag from Surson on a Shox. That forces him off the angle. And actually it might allow Big to gain some space now. But Apex are recognizing the situation, how the A players are so isolated, makes the forward play towards tunnels, takes away that space, and it leaves ZywOo at the car position. He's excellent from this spot, though, and he's already able to pick off Surson, leaving it down to a 3v5. Keto on the low ground here will really have to do a lot of work to either preserve his life or find some kills. Not able to find anything towards long. The bomb does go down for Big, so they'll be able to take some money moving forward, but this is not looking too likely for them. Unless tabseN can come up with some absolutely monstrous shots. Won't be the case, though. Quick work for Vitality on that retake. They're up 10-3 on the CT side of Dust 2.
It's looking
Feels like
they
they're
are.
growing with power every round. It's just getting worse and worse for Big. They're getting less frags or no frags. tabseN's having a nightmare. He's 1 for 12.
Oh,
And it's almost the end of the half.
Ouch. Yeah, that is a really bad sign for Big. It does appear that Vitality are just looking like so strong right now. The CT side of the map is like an absolute fortress. And it seems like Big forgot to bring the siege equipment, but Citizen is a battering ram. So he looks to try to take some frags in mid, and it's not going to work out for Big on that A long position, however, as they try to vie for it. And instead they throw a fast rotation towards upper B. So they're trying to hit a timing towards B here that may be very unexpected, but my god, look at the push from RPK. I can't believe he's pushing right now. Every round that they've been able to push, they've done it, and they've never been punished.
Oh, the setup flash.
Good shots there from Big. That will keep them alive into this bomb side hold. But look how quick this flank is. Already the flank has reached tons. They may not expect this, although he will go down. Man, there's been so many times that Vitality have just got the free flank.
Yeah.
Look how much money Vitality have got despite losing that round. On the CT side of Dust 2, it feels so rare to see practically everybody with 10k plus. It's kind of bonkers, man. It's also bonkers that Vitality lost that round of RPK top mid, but just the psychological warfare of the dominance and the liberties they are taking is going to be great for them moving into the second half, as we are now into the last round of the first. Oh, that's one for me to practice.
Oh, almost. Suta does get the kill onto Citizen though. An important frag to find. They go for the B-split here. Apex will dive through the smoke to see what he can find. He'll get pinned to the wall by Tizian. And Big look to find success off this B-split. So an RPK, all that's left. What's...
Okay. Zai was able to take down one. Turns it into a 2v3. There's actually decent utility on both RPK and ZywOo. This is possible if the Molotov flushes out one of these terrorists, but will it find its mark? Doesn't look like he'll even throw it. RPK just running in dry with one flashbang, and ZywOo has to make something out of absolutely nothing here. Throwing all of his utility, busting out the Deagle, but k1to gets it done.
And that'll be 10-5 for Vitality. They look absolutely unstoppable. We'll have to see if Big can find a way to stop the immovable force after the break. All right, ladies and gents, we're back. This is the final map between Vitality and Big. They're fighting for more RMR points. They're fighting for a spot in the grand finals, which will be taking place shortly at BTS. But Big are really going to have to show us something special to try to recover. It's 5 rounds on their CT side. It's going to be so hard. Oh, that's a good nade though from tabseN. Does a good chunky amount of damage. They can do it all here. tabseN, he's had a horrible first half. Can he get off to a good start here? USP not finding anything just yet. And their utility is slowing down this push pretty effectively thus far.
Oh, but ZywOo is B with the bomb?
What?
He snuck it here, and he's taken out.
Surprise!
3v2 situation though, and everyone from Vitality is moving up through CT spawn to try to reclaim the bomb. This is an interesting look for a pistol round, and it looks like they'll actually move towards tunnels. They favor that look, or maybe just clearing the close angle. All right, they're going for a split. Mid to B split with no nades.
This is so bizarre. I mean, who does that strat at this level of play? It's
The
like a
French.
matchmaking strat. Bait your whole
French
team, get the
strat.
bomb down. Well, here they come. Xantares and syrsoN. Will they be able to stop this? Oh, the first few shots. Oh, no.
Wow, they recover.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a shame.
Feels bad,
That's a
man, if you're
bad
Big.
miss.
that's a round straight out of the Asia Minor or something.
Yeah, that's...
That's
I
weird.
miss those miners.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
You might want to unmute your mic if you want to address me, the Bears.
Where's my mic?
You're good. You're good.
Hello. Oh, Jake,
There
can
we
you hear
go.
me? Can you hear me now,
What
James?
can I do for you?
You still want to change your pick?
Unfortunately, I can.
You still want to change
No.
your pick?
I know.
You still going
I'm
big?
committed, man. I
making sure.
must hold steady.
I'm giving
I'm
you
ride
a
or
chance.
die.
Okay, I like that. I
I'm
respect
here
that
till the
from
bitter
you.
ends.
I respect that.
Yeah. Let's see if the wheels haven't fallen off already. Kind of feels that way. The way Vitality were dominating some of those rounds, even some of the ones they lost in that last half. It was still scary, the fashion in which they were behaving. No respect style. Always good if you're not the one on the receiving end. tabseN on the receiving end of a moving Mac 10 in that short position. Vitality trying to pull Big from pillar to post. Tizian fishing for something with Deagle. Oh man, it all feels so desperate now for Big. Having lost the pistol, unlikely to convert one of these. Well, this round on Dust 2. Again, we've seen so many resets after pistols in so many matches this week. But here, right now on Dust 2, doesn't feel that way.
Oh, Vitality are just playing with Big's rotations now, creating so much space, and RPK instantly finds that kill onto k1to. This was becoming a scary round for Vitality as they were getting picked off across the map, taking a lot of damage, but they are able to recover nicely. That little lurk from Apex towards the catwalk, finding that kill there, took Xantares out of that B bomb site. Definitely, he could have had a say in this round, but the positioning was just not there, and Vitality will be able to pick up their 12th round here with seems to be 4 alive.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them. They may just never look back, just keep converting here, because it's so hard to find your way back on the CT side of Dust 2. You have to, in Big's position, you have to have the bravery to call some crazy stuff, and you have to accept the fact that you're going to be in some low percentage situations, and that you just have to deliver. And if you don't, you don't. And that's just kind of how this situation is at this point. Maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. There's still time maybe for one proper big buy from the Germans, but it's certainly going to be very hard to know how to take the initiative on this map. It's very hard on the CT side. Vitality just played standard. They played very actively. They didn't do anything crazy at all on their CT side.
Oh.
Oh my days. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Centaurus.
There's a chance. There is a chance. Things have become weird again. So many weird rounds in this series, and here is another one. No shortage of weirdness. Oh, Santaris in T-spawn for his third kill, looking for his fourth, but he'll finally get finished off by Shox, who looks to try and stop the bleeding here, but there's a big tag in both directions, but surely it favors Big. Tabson can fall back and take some more range, and the round will be won in T-spawn. I'm not sure if the bomb ever left.
I don't know how many rounds now in this series have Big won with just a saved gun or two and then 3 USPs. I feel like it just keeps happening, that they always have some plan in mind, and it works out way better than it probably should. Catching them off guard there is Xantares, and they always have some kind of directive, and it's paying off.
It's weird how Vitality got picked off there in the lower tunnels. I mean, ZywOo peeked middle, saw 3 CTs on his first shot, or at least I know he saw at least 2.
His peak was late though. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the low tunnel guy. He may be in receiving a pizza. I wasn't sure if he was AFK or not, but with the angle he was holding, I think he was getting a pizza delivery.
Oh man, that sounds good right now.
Here goes the swing to mids. Tabson locking it down. Great work there. Oh, just adding insult to injury. That's just really denying ZywOo from the bomb completely. Good utility
Where's your
work.
bomb, bro?
And it's a really good spot there for the Team Vitality as they look to... for Big, as they look to close down on Team Vitality here. They don't have to do anything. Just let them come to them. They've got the bomb control. And it's now known exactly where the remainder of the French side is. Oh, Searson. Oh, God. Okay.
There's a chance.
Wait.
Wait.
He
not
started to
bomb.
get worried.
Oh, the bomb's in
Yeah,
there.
the
No,
bomb.
never mind.
Well, it's ZywOo and Shox.
Surely they
After all.
can't. Surely.
Yeah, but they have the apparition of Searson, which will, stop many things from happening.
He's dead though.
The sheer fact that he was present in the round will be enough to close it out.
You're putting too much faith into Searson.
He died at the beginning
I'm
of
the
the round.
propaganda machine now. I've got to do something, We're clearly behind. I have to ignore the facts and find an alternative truth.
They're devils.
Alternative truth.
ZywOo didn't have armor in this round, surprisingly.
Oh, yeah.
And he still doesn't have armor, but now he has an op.
That kind of works out a little bit. Big, slowly creeping towards that 12 score line of Vitality. Still a lot of rounds to go. 5 if you want to do math.
Yeah.
I thought you'd look up, Josh.
I wouldn't mind here if Vitality do actually force. Just get your money on the same page so that in the next gun round, even though it'll be extended, the amount of times that they have to save, you just are on the same footing. And we've seen so many teams when they are half buying, half not buying because they save weapons like this, that they don't have that unified game plan to work together. So I'm actually very much so in favor of the fact that Vitality did decide to force up with this Tech 9 and a couple P250s, good nades as well. So they can set up their rifle players here in this round, and maybe ZywOo can find something with the op.
Maybe he can. He's looking. Oh, he connects that one. I don't know, man. That's just so awesome.
Yeah.
These guys are so consistent with those shots. And it's crazy. Years of practice of shooting the same doors pays off.
Just shooting doors.
It's really hard to work rounds like this for Vitality. normally, one of the best options. It's usually either a B-split attempt or the short plant on Cat. Those are two kind of set pieces you run. And this side will be the B-split variation. Oh, great counter utility. My God. We'll see what they can do with this.
Oh!
Great first kill.
What?
The flashbangs are doing insane work here. If the flashbangs might just help win the round.
And that's why the flashes over B are so important on that B split.
Oh, wow. They've got to give it up.
Just puts the CTs in chaos.
What a hard pill to swallow. That's like that. Oh my God. The hardest of pills to swallow.
Well,
No water to wash it down. You haven't had a drink in a few
Biggs,
days.
Biggs
You're
not
dehydrated.
taking the pills orally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Get your head out the gutter, Eric. Come on.
What are you talking about? It's a medical thing. Come on. I didn't invent
I want a
those.
suppository up the bum.
I didn't invent
Foster
those.
into
You
the
act like I
bloodstream.
invented that and I'm trying to sell it or something.
Anders will tell you all about that stuff.
Oh,
Well, Sanders putting up his bum, James?
There's something to
No,
explore here.
just the science of it, the theory.
Butt science?
I don't know about the application.
He's got to learn about it, Dan.
I mean, that's one way to one way to do it.
Fair enough. He is an explorer.
Jeez.
The intrepid explorer.
with
13-7.
with his hat on, straw hat.
We're moving on from Anders' butt science. We have a quick A-long take coming through from Vitality, or an attempt at least. It's been deflected by good utility work, but they will deflect their rotation very quickly towards the catwalk position, and Vig have yet to really rotate towards that. So Vitality, just with that pressure on long, have one cat for free. To be fair, cat is mostly free on Dust too for the T side. Oh, they're just going for it.
Surson able to find one, taking down RPK, but he has to fall off the angle. But Tabson, what a shot on elbow there, picking off Masuda, making this a much easier retake for him and his team. But ZywOo on this lurk towards middle, will he be able to get this op involved? Doesn't look like anyone from Big is interested in rotating through this position. So at one point or another, he will have to move, and it looks like he'll be moving towards Catwalk. Shocks looking to enable Apex with that flashbang. That's great stuff from them, but Apex takes a while to find that kill. Now his position is known, but ZywOo striking, finding that timing, is able to take down Tabson, but it's just Shocks now in the 1v3. They know his position. Will he be able to come up with anything? No, Xantarez takes him down, and Big are able to get around on the board.
I was going to say, actually, it's been in the meta for quite some time that even though it's not as ideal not to have Catwalk on the retake for the CTs, that the B players will often actually just go through CT because that way you avoid the lurk that's often in mid. Because the problem with that lurk is that it can be in so many different spots, and it can be very difficult to deal with. So by going through CT, you circumvent that entirely. You don't even have to worry about it. So that's one of the reasons why teams retake through CT.
It also helps when you have control of long A. So
Yeah.
it at least holds one of the avenues so you don't have to check like 5 different angles coming up from CT spawn.
Absolutely, yeah, it's definitely an important thing, and so Vitality will switch up the pace here going into the B bomb site pretty quickly here. Oh my God, Keto was to put any bullets in that smoke.
Firing squad.
Oh,
Oh, it lined up for him. The follow-up grenades will certainly help, but they will lose the site after all. 3 players remain. Tabson looking for that lurker you mentioned. Shocks just crab walking around on short for the time being. We'll see what he's able to do. ZywOo with one of the 2 rifles. He has 10 HP, but he's ZywOo. So who knows? Waiting for Shocks to activate. Tabson with a quick flurry onto Apex, but he's in already. He's not dead just yet. Sisson has the Molotov. He can drop that under the window. It's a common one, but he's been taken out by ZywOo. So there goes the incendiary for now. ZywOo drops, and here comes a flank from Shocks. Now it's down to Apex. 18 HP. Can't win the first of the 2 duels, and Big are... I feel like they're hanging on the edge of a cliff, but they're holding on round after round.
Yeah.
Not ready to climb out just yet, but they're holding on.
I think Apex should have been a little more proactive in that situation, just because he had a teammate in the mid shooting at the guy at window, and literally Apex, all he had to do was literally move 1 step backwards and see that guy right above him. And he had a Molotov too, which he could have thrown down probably a bit earlier in the round to maybe make some space for ZywOo, who's trying to, get picks at that point in the round.
It's an expensive round, though, for Big, as they lose 3 members, and Vitality were able to find a plant off of it, so it's a very nice buy looking like it's shaping up for Vitality. ZywOo doesn't have armor, but everyone else is working with full utility here. And Big, this is a moment for them that they just have to convert, because their money is in the doldrums right now. 3 of their players beneath $1,000. Keto, after he buys all of his utility, will be under 3K as well. It's not a good look for Big if they do concede this one.
All right. Masuta, the fastest possible timing on Catwalk. This can sometimes catch out the CTs because they may be rotating out of long as you walk up Cat at that timing, but Masuta slows things down, waits for the lurk smoke. Only in front there to slow things down. Shox drops through to CT. Doesn't make it though. Apex with the trade onto Tabson. It's a 3 versus 4 for Vitality. Looking for that B-bomb site now as they start to stream in. And the defense here is looking like it was good, but it's a fantastic shot by Apex. He's really delivering in this round. Now he's the last man standing and he can't find the attack against Xantares. He's just simply too good. And that's going to be another round there for Big. They scrape by, but they are picking up these rounds. As bad as things sometimes look, they are managing to
I said they were hanging
close
on
the
before.
distance.
Now they're starting to crawl out. They've broken the money of Vitality in the short term. They've made it to double figures. I feel like that's a psychological leap when you make it to 10 and you're on the catch-up, you're on the comeback. Like, okay, it's like a big hurdle they've managed to hop over, and I think they'll have some renewed confidence now, especially if they survive this round. Because yes, Vitality have next to nothing, but we've just seen so many unlikely rounds won in this series today, in this week, that I don't think you can really take anything for granted at this point. But if they can get through this round of relative comfort, then their target is the next 2 rounds to tie the score, and they can make a new one after that.
It's a great opening pick too from Citizen. We haven't actually seen really in the buy rounds, I have to say, any aggression on Catwalk from Big. They try to play things standard in most senses, and Vitality will rotate around trying to find picks as they do with the deagles that they have. And now they move towards B. Keto, he's been pretty consistent on that secondary orb. Rotates out a little bit there. We'll see if there's a timing hit. There goes the flash. They start to move in, and great cover from Xantares. He keeps Keto safe for long enough for Keto to finish it off, and that's 11-13, losing just a single player. Big will be quite happy with that result, I would imagine.
All right, here's the strat. If you're Vitality, you fake the mid split, go into an A split. That's the strat. That's what you should do.
Why do you select this strategy? For what reason? What have you seen?
I feel like since Vitality really hasn't hit too many mid splits, and when they did, they were kind of successful. I think Big will maybe bite and over rotate, and then that long A player will be out of position, and then you can take advantage of that long A setups.
Wow, what a pick!
That's a lot of information for Vitality, actually. Xantares is normally one of the B players, and they may be able to make a strong read off of that now, assuming that perhaps Big are at least using an op at B, which they should have already known since Keto was their last round, but does indicate a changed setup for Big. Might have them out of their comfort zone here.
Ooh.
And Vitality slow the round down because of it. They might recognize that Big are in a position that they're not used to, where their normal B anchor is dead, and they have left an op in Keto at that position. It seems like Vitality really expect Big to make some sort of info play across the map here. I think it's just going to be utility coming out from the Big side as they try to stop any sort of push early on. A little bit of a fake going out towards B. Will bait out a lot of utility from Big, as the main hit looks to be going towards A. Surson, though, at that long position, takes down Masuda. That's a big kill for him, but ZywOo there holding the re-peek. Even better. It still leaves Tizian in this pit position, and you can't count him out of these rounds. He's done such a stellar job for this Big side. Can he do anything because players are surrounding him from multiple angles, and Shox does take him out. 20 seconds, though. And there is a chance where Big can stop this bomb as it goes for the cross here. tabseN is playing wide in the open right now. That bomb is thrown across. Just 10 seconds left, and tabseN has a chance to get it all done right now. But Shox does find the kill. It looks like that bomb will be planted here, leaving just k1to in the 1v2.
AWP in hand as he creeps forwards. This is going to be very difficult. ZywOo and Shox have everything. Oh, he found the timing, k1to. That was the moment, but even still, Shox will take him down. I think no matter what would have happened with that first shot. And that's 14 rounds of Vitality. Big on 11. And Big, they have some decisions to make here. 3 players with 4,500, but 2 with 3K. Do they save and give up match points? Or do they force it up and try to win this round?
Force it. Get the ops. Get glass cannons. Let's go.
You can't afford. They can't afford ops. I feel like you got to half buy here. You need those ops. k1to.
afford 2 ops right there.
What? No, 4,750.
What?
They have.
Yeah, what?
Oh my goodness.
4,700 is the highest they have.
Are you thinking Valorant money right now?
No, I just couldn't see it. That's good.
Boom! Roasted!
It happens.
No,
It happens.
It's okay. It's okay. It's they will opt for the half buy here. They know they need those ops.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I like this look from them. And this is still a winnable round.
Given what we've seen, absolutely.
Yeah. You cannot count Big out when they have these kinds of buys. They are so deadly with the initiative they take in the mid round on rounds such as these. They make just so many good pushes, it feels like.
Vitality are defaulting out. Oh,
look at so much info. Oh.
Yeah. Tizian just walked into the longhouse. He's going to back away now, though. You have Shox trying to keep the flank honest right now. It looks like Vitality are going to go for a delayed long take. They're kind of edging their way back out away from Catwalk. So it's going to be an A split with a delayed 3-man long take. Tizians are going to be playing behind that smoke. I don't know how fresh that smoke is. But okay, now he's going to hit them running. He's going to run through. Oh, this is a huge bait.
Tizian! But he
Oh my god! Apex. Apex survives somehow, some way. That would have been a huge gun to collect. But it is just Tizian left now, and feels like that opportunity would have been so good.
Would have been good.
15-11. Vitality have hit match point, but Big, they knew they would have to fight against match point here. They planned for this in the previous rounds. They'll have the double ops that they wanted. A decent amount of utility in a single M4. 0 kits though.
Oh man, you just hate to see Xantares on a round like this without a rifle.
The UMP.
Yeah.
Why not an MP9?
Oh. Alright, fast play towards middle from Apex. Alright, kind of stopping in the middle right there. And oh, okay. ZywOo running down as well. Will get picked by Sursen. This is why you need those ops from Big. Just looking at how much damage it can inflict already in the round. That really takes a load off some of the shoulders of the big players. But k1to, he's still getting aggressive towards tunnels here. Might be able to pick off RPK. At the very least, he's controlling a lot of space for his team right now. And that will allow Xantares to cheat a little bit towards that middle position. Late long take, though, coming out. Will challenge Tizian here, right behind the blue bin. Will they expect his position? Smoke comes out to isolate him, but they do not hard clear the angle, and he's able to capitalize.
Oh.
But 2 trades across the board. 2v3 situation now.
Oh, that was huge. Apex now alone in the 1v3. 50 seconds to go. He's got a Galil, actually. Will there be timing here for tabseN? Absolutely. Great round from the Orbs there of Big, and I love how reactive k1to was. He didn't overextend in the upper dark push. He just waited for distraction across the rest of the map before going for that push. And you know, you were right, Alex. Those Orbs really made every difference for Big.
Big is finding a lot of their success off of picks too.
These long takes have been really brutal from Vitality. Out goes Apex. He takes down Searson. That's the heavy hitting AWP out of the picture straight away. That does not bode well here. Oh, for the for the big side. Tizian, he gets himself a couple of that spray on the catwalk position. There's still 2 remaining for Big as the charge continues onto the A site. Apex now lurking that top mid position. Is there a chance here? Will Apex catch this? Looks like he's going to catch it. Those lurks are so strong. Oh, Apex!
Oh boy.
Finishing it off with the one shot, 16-12, and it's Vitality to take down Big, toppling them. And in such a fashion that they did. They looked so resilient. That's, I think, that is the word that I think of now when I think of Vitality, because Big threw so much energy at them.
Yeah, that was an excellent look from Vitality. Great first half there of that map. They were, man, they just do so many things right in the micro sense.
Yeah.
They really do. We'll have to talk more about that right after the break.